Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today, are you guys ready for some vintage crochet magazine flip throughs? I feel like it's been a while since I've done one and I'm ready for a good one. So I actually pulled out two. Whether we do two or not, I don't know. We'll see what we've got left after we do one magazine. We might just do one. I don't know. We'll see. So I am going to go with this one. No idea. Oh, and before we do get started, I want to apologize for that last video. I felt like after I filmed it, I was like, I shouldn't have done that because now I feel like I was really down and I don't want to bring you guys down. It was like, ugh. So I apologize about that. If I have that that demeanor, I'm not going to film anymore. So, sorry. All right, so here, pop this top off. I didn't see the front. The staple almost came out and that scared me. So I want to try to fix that. Oh yeah, that is just about to pop right out of there. Okay, sorry. Oh, I just seen it. That is so cute. So this is February 2002. He is adorable. That is crocheted. What yarn did they use for that? Then we have a reversible poncho. Pretty and pink romantic crochet. Classic man's vest for your sweetheart. That is cute. Oh, look at what's on the... Look at her! And the clown. It looks like an angel. She is adorable. So we have... The first pattern is Liberty pins, which that's kind of odd for February, but it's a flag and heart, red, white, and blue hearts. I need to find something. There we go. There we go. I wonder if those three are glued together. I bet they are. Or not glued, but you know, together. I was thinking those were each individual, but I don't think they are. I think they're all three together on one pin. Let me find out. Yeah, they are. They're sewn together. That's cool. You do pink and red for Valentine's. Okay, here's the teddy bear. I feel like I've got something in my throat. Sorry about that. Like I have a frog in my throat. So this is interesting. You actually crochet the bear and then you go all over the bear. I'm reading because so in the materials, first let me show you this. All right, here. I can just tear this in half. So here's the picture they show of the bear, right? So the bear is made, and then you can see like for doll hair, how you go into the stitch, you just make that loop and put like your latch hooking. That's what they're doing all over that bear. However, in the materials, it says sport weight microfiber yarn, 2 balls, French vanilla. Size 2 crochet hook. Fuzzy, stop. Fuzzy, quit, 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 quit. Latch hook, black cotton, ruler, heart-shaped button, shank buttons, ponytail holder, fabric, fiber fill, shears. So is that the yarn that they use to crochet the bear? Or is that the yarn that is used to make the, you know, the fur? I'm a little confused. Lion brand micro spun sport weight yarn was used in sample project. So then what? This is how your bear will look before he is fringed. It says this unique teddy is all crocheted and then latch hook is used to fringe him. But what are you... I don't know. I have no idea. Anyway, moving on. Oh, here's a simple scuffies. But they're socks. And look at the beagle puppy. Look at him. He's adorable. Would you quit? Please, sir? Thank you. My cat keeps headbutting my camera stand. Headbutting my camera stand and shaking the camera. He's too cute. I wasn't even paying attention to the socks. I was looking, or the scuffies. I was looking at the puppy. Give the men on your list a pair of scuffies to wear comfortably while watching TV or surfing the net. Surfing the net. Ooh, here's a cute poncho. Oh, this is the one made with the double-ended crochet hook. It says use the double-ended crochet hook to create a totally reversible poncho for a unique two-sided look with a feeling of knitting. Okay, so the reversible, you can't see it very well in the picture, but there's 2 different colors. Oh yeah, you can see it a lot better on camera than you can in real life. See how this one is more purple and this one is more of a darker purple? I see. That is cute. Oh, I just skipped 3 pages. Oh, okay. Crochet questions. These are fun. I love these. Okay, but from toys to tote bags, you'll find something to inspire you this time. Creativity is the key and it's a gift. Read on and see if your readers can spark your special interest or special talent. Okay, working in rounds. I get confused when I work in rounds. When a round begins with a double crochet after joining the previous round, what do I do? Answer. Begin each new double crochet round with a chain 3, which counts as the first double crochet, period. At the end of the round, join with a slip stitch to the top of the chain 3, then chain 3 to begin the next double crochet round and repeat. There. Stuffing crocheted toys. It says, when making crocheted toys, do you stuff after completing the sections or stuff as you go? It's kind of the same thing, isn't it? Also, what do you stuff with? Unless I work tightly in single crochet, I can see the stuffing material through the crochet stitches. That's okay if I'm making a white toy, but otherwise it spoils the look of the toy. Answer. I just had a burp come out of nowhere. I'm sorry. I have always found it best to stuff as you go when making small toys or working on small sections of a larger toy. Larger projects may be stuffed after completion. Fiber for stuffing now comes in darker shades that won't show through as readily. What? Really? I didn't know that. I've never seen any other color of fiber fill other than white. Check at your craft store. The best stuffing material I have ever found for toys, however, is old pantyhose or stockings cut into workable strips. The neutral color blends well with any shade of yarn. It is lightweight, washes and dries in a snap, and little fingers can't pluck it out through the stitches. Always a concern when making toys for children. What? That I've never thought of that before. I wouldn't like it. I can tell you right now. The reason being because if you have to, like, the first thing that comes to my mind is if you make like a doll and you need to sew the arm onto the body, your needle won't go through your work because well, I mean, if you cut it in strips, yeah. I'd still like polyfill better. I could see, because I like my amigurumi firm. So I like mine firm, right? So I would have to use a lot of pantyhose, and then once you go to try to sew something onto it, that needle's not going to go through there. I don't think that's a very good. I mean, I like the thought process, just I don't think it would work. And the reason I'm saying that is because you'd have, for my amigurumi that I like to do, which is like that firm, you would have to put a lot of strips of pantyhose in it. I think. Maybe I should do a test video. Although I would have to go buy pantyhose because I don't have any pantyhose. Or like knee highs. I wonder if they sell those at resale shops or like thrift stores. Probably not. I don't think somebody would buy used. Sometimes I have a deep... I'm sorry. Anyway, moving on. Alright, working V-stitch. Question. What is the correct way to work a V-stitch? Answer. Make a chain in the desired length. I'm not going to read this because it's an actual pattern, but I'm going to see. So yeah, she's just basically saying a half double or a double, chain one, half double or a double, whatever the stitches you're going to use for the pattern in a chain space. So okay. Anyway, double loop stitch. What? I'm crocheting a stuffed dog that calls for double loop stitch, but the instructions aren't clear. Can you tell me how to work it? What is that? Wind your yarn twice clockwise around your index finger on your left hand. Insert your hook in the next stitch. Then between your fingers and the yarn... Oh, let me start that over. Wind your yarn twice clockwise around the index finger on your left hand. Insert your hook in the next stitch between your finger and the yarn through both strands. Draw both loops through the stitch on your hook. Yarn over. Draw through all loops and remove your finger from the loops, letting them drop. Repeat for pattern. It's the same as a regular loop stitch, except that you wind the yarn twice around your finger instead of once. Okay, I'm pretty sure I have seen a pillow that has that on the front of it. So in my mind, 1, 2, and then the loop is on my hook, and I run it through the next stitch. Then, okay, so through the stitch, then through the loops on my finger, yarn over, pull through the loops on my hand, my finger, and the stitch, yarn over, pull through. Ah, that's interesting. That's pretty cool. I like that. Okay, next question. Keeping potpourri in sachets. I'm trying my hand at crocheting sachets filled with potpourri and powdered sachet. What? What's a powdered sachet? I can't seem to keep the filling from escaping through the crochet stitches. Any suggestions? Okay, so I've made one. I've made a sachet that you put potpourri in. And I haven't read the answer, but I'm going to tell you guys, I'll link. If you guys want to see what I'm talking about, I'll link my tutorial in the description box. I'm going to pause here and write this down. This is going to take me a second. I don't want you guys to just stare at the top of my head while I'm writing this down. Alright, I got that. Wrote down. Okay, so what I did was I took those mesh. I know like you get like sometimes like the cheap jewelry you might, you know, get from somewhere. I don't know. But it's like a little drawstring mesh bag. And then I made the, I designed the sachet bag to go around that and then tie, like drawstring tie at the top. So I wonder what her answer is. Says, when using powder sachet, I can't read it, pinch off enough stuffing material to fit snugly inside your casing and try it for fit before you add the sachet. Then make a little well in your stuffing, sprinkle in the sachet powder, and fold the stuffing around it, trapping it inside before you place it in the sachet bag. I guess when you think about it, I have no clue which they're talking about powder sachet. So, excuse me. So the first thing that instantly pops into my mind is baby powder. So like taking, tell me if I'm wrong, if I'm thinking this wrong. They're taking like maybe like a cotton ball and pulling it open and then making like a little well in it, put the powder in the little well, and then close that, like kind of, you know, work that back close, put that inside the sachet. Wouldn't that just eventually still escape? With potpourri, I first toss my potpourri mix in the colander to eliminate all the fine dust particles, then place the sturdier potpourri inside a piece of the finest tulle I can find before I place it inside the sachet bag. Your fabric or craft store carries tulle in different weights. There will also be a little leakage from the sachet bags, but I think you'll find that these methods will minimize the problem considerably. Good luck. Okay, so the last question has a very long answer, but I still want to read it because it's very relevant, like even to like today crochet, because this is like, what did I say, 2002? The question is, why is it that some days my gauge works out fine, and on other days I can't seem to get it right no matter what I do? Answer. The answer might surprise you. Did you know that the size and shape of your stitches often depends upon your mood? When you are tense, your stitches are going to be tight and small. When you're relaxed, they will tend to be loose, and your yarn or thread will flow more easily through your fingers as you work. Tension is the single most important factor in crochet. It determines the fit of a garment, the look of the fabric produced, and the overall success of your project. Usually, needle workers start out with tight stitches, which loosen up once they relax as the work progresses. If this is the case with you, start with a larger hook, then switch to a smaller size once you begin to loosen up. Making a practice swatch often works. By the time you finish the swatch, you'll likely be ready to begin your project with flawless ease. Above all, don't become distressed over it. That makes matters worse. Try some hand flexing exercises before you begin, or work with an exercising ball, the kind that feels like putty. I don't know what that is. Try crocheting to soothing music. That's a good idea. Which, that's something I don't do very often, is listen to music while I crochet. And I did. I don't remember why, but I was cleaning house, and I got done cleaning, and I call it jamming out while I was cleaning, and I didn't want to stop listening to the music. So once I got done with the house, I just kept kept listening to the music while I crocheted, and I was like, this ain't bad. Where was I? Try crocheting to soothing music, and never try to crochet when you know that demands are going to be made on your time. You'll try to hurry, and then will darken your mood. Set aside quiet time for yourself to do your needlework when you can be reasonably sure you can crochet without interruptions. Crochet is a legendary stress reliever. Let it work to its best advantage for you. That's it for now, but you won't want to miss what the mailbag has in store for the next time. Meanwhile, keep those bright ideas and crochet questions coming. Keep in mind, though, that since we work several months in advance, it might be a while. Oh, okay. Alright, so here's a bright idea. I like these little sections. It says, have you ever crocheted a tote to find out it won't hold its shape after all your hard work? Blank Blank of Boston, Mass. has, and she came up with a bright idea that's sure to please. Blank sandwiches a piece of plastic canvas cut to size between her crochet sections and the lining piece of her tote. It comes in so many colors these days that you can find a shade to go with any color yarn. She uses it to stiffen the tote handles too. And it's for belts. Just be sure that when you cut it, you cut the edges smooth so that it will slide into whatever you are stiffening with ease. It's a bright idea. Alright. Bunches o' grapes. Look at this doily. So, I do, for those of you that don't know, my husband and I like to go to antique stores or thrift stores or, things like that. And one thing that I always come across, and they always have way overpriced, is crochet thread, a bunch as in like a cluster of grapes, not a bunch, like, anyway, a bunch of grapes, and they are always way overpriced, so I never buy them. But I've always seen them just like as a single bunch, not as like in a doily like this. So this is really cool. But see, this is what I always see. This cluster right here, I always see those, but I've never seen it worked into a doily before. So that is really pretty. What does it say? The grape clusters on this luscious doily look almost real. Crochet for display. Folk art angel wind chime. Oh, it's a wind chime! I didn't notice that. That is so cute. That is a great idea. A wind chime. Sorry, I'm trying to get my paper to cover the pattern. But look at that. See the wind chime? That is too cute. That's the back of the magazine. I should move it. Oh, I love it. You know what's instantly come into my mind? If you guys remember the little small Christmas angel that I made, the tree topper. Oh. I could turn that into a wind chime. That is too stinking cute. Five-piece set gold tone metal wind chime. So I wonder if they just cut that off of an old wind chime, or can you actually buy wind chime thingies, pipes? I love that, you guys. That is adorable. Okay, so here is the International Dolls. This is Miss... Okay, it's Belarus? Formerly the Belarusian Soviet Socialist Republic of the USSR and Byelorussia. I have no idea. I think it's Belarus. That sounds familiar. I don't know. It says, it is highly lowland with forests, swamps, and numerous rivers and lakes. There are wide rivers emptying into the Baltic and Black Seas. In the 6th century, Belarus, also known as White Russia, was colonized by East Slavic tribes. Kiev dominated it from 9th to 12th centuries. In the 13th century, it was conquered by the Dukes of Lithuania. Belarus became part... I am so sorry if I'm not saying that right, but I honestly have no idea if I am or not. Anyway, Belarus became part of the Grand Duchy of Lithuania, which merged with Poland in 1569. During the 18th century, Belarus became part of the Russian Empire. Belarus declared its sovereignty in July 1990 and is independent in August 1991. The Chernobyl nuclear power plant in Ukraine exploded in '86, and 70% of its radioactivity fell on Belarus. Cancer and other illnesses have multiplied as a result. Wow. The capital of Belarus is Minsk. Language is Belarusian, White Russian, and ethnicity/race is 77.9% Belarusian, 13.2% Russian, 4.1% Polish, 2.9% Ukrainian, and 1.9% other. So here is the word. I'm sorry, I'm not good with pronunciation, but I think that might be. I don't know. But she's cute. I really like her. It'd be interesting to make that and then have a picture of someone in the same sort of dress and then like kind of frame it next to it, and then you could, you know, show it off. I don't know. My mind went off for a second, sorry. Okay, so here are the potpourri, which, dang it, it doesn't have the definition of the potpourri. So if you don't know, another... I am so sorry. I was flipping the page to see if I could see if the definition of potpourri was on the other page, and I saw a face, and it caught me off guard, and it made me laugh. So I'm just gonna show you a little sneak peek. I'm gonna read the potpourri part, but I just want to show you what I just like caught a flash of that made me giggle. I was like, what? I'm sorry. Okay, anyway, back to, I'm sorry. I'm being an a-hole. I'm not laughing at the way he looks. It's just the expression on his face caught me off guard, and I was like, what the? Sorry. All right, so another definition of potpourri is a collection of crochet related stuff. I don't know. Anyway, all right, so the first one is, I recently moved to a small town and have very few resources for crochet patterns. I'm interested in simple Afghan stuffed animals, friendship squares, and round robins. Can anyone give me good round robin information? It is quite cliche in a small town, harder to make friends, so I'd be more than willing to accept all pen pals. That's cute. She's from Kansas. Okay, cliche. I'm not 100% sure if that's what this word is. So I'm going to try to cover all addresses and names and everything, but it's that word right there. In my mind, I'm thinking that's not cliche, but I don't know what other word it would be. It is quite blank in a small town. Click-ish? No. I don't know. Anyway, if you guys know, let me know. Alright, okay. Does anyone have a crocheted bowling ball bag pattern? It's from Texas. Man, could you imagine what you would have to crochet with to have a bag heavy enough to carry a bowling ball? Alright, looking for a crocheted shoulder style purse made from plastic bags. The outside pocket looks like double crochet stitches. Connecticut. Hoping to find a crochet lighthouse pattern. I've never seen one. I have many patterns I've collected over the years. Will pay postage. Alabama. Looking for pen pals to trade patterns with and to talk about crocheting and trade shows. I have been crocheting for 20 years and I'm always looking forward to trying something new. Altamont, New York. Things like this, reading things like this make me wish that I was of age to what's the word I wanted to be able to find significance in this and write these people. I mean, because in 2002 I was, right? It's 2002. Yeah. I was in high school. I graduated in 04. So 03, 04, 02. I was a junior in high school. I think. I don't know. Anyway, does anyone know where I can find the 12 Days of Christmas tree skirt pattern? New York. I've been looking for 3-ply or 4-ply cream yarn. I've tried Red Heart, Hirschner's, Karen, Lion Brand, nothing. I also wrote to Reynolds. I don't know what that is. They said they discontinued theirs. They gave me an internet address for Pattern Works and Needlecraft House, but I don't have a computer to access it. Can anyone help me? Oh, she's from Kansas City, Missouri. I've taken Crochet World off and on for 20 years, but I lost the books that had the Eastern Star and the Masonic emblems in them. Willing to pay for patterns. California. I'm a 72-year-old great-grandmother who's searching for a pattern called Grape Trivet. It's shaped like a cluster of grapes. You crochet around bottle caps and sew them together to form the grape cluster. That's what this is. It's well, it's milk jug lids crocheted around. And I've seen what she's talking about. Oh, I lost where I was. Oh, and sew them together to form the grape cluster. I had this pattern but lost it, and now I'd like to make them as gifts. I have a lot of patterns to share. Will pay. That's from Oregon. Let's see. Looking for novelty pot holders and granny square Afghan patterns. I enjoy making items for my church's fall fair and can use quick and easy patterns for this event. I'm 49 and collect salt and pepper shakers, bells, swanky swags, stationery, stickers, and yarn. She's from New York. So I'm not going to go off on too much of a tangent on this, but I have a small collection of salt and pepper shakers, but mine are of the mature nature that I inherited when after my grandma passed, and they were my grandpa's. I never met my grandpa. He passed before my twin sister and I were born. And yeah, so mine are a little more risque. Okay, I'm not gonna go any. Where was I at? Oh, Hoping to find oh, she was from New York. Hoping to find someone who will provide me with the following 2 leaflets. Oh. She just wants some crochet books from, that's New Jersey. Okay, I have seen this before, and I would really appreciate if you guys, if you guys could tell me what is a guinea doll. So like it's G-I-N-N-Y doll, and in my mind that's a G, so guinea doll. But I don't know if it's pronounced a Ginny doll. I have seen this before, and not the doll, but I've seen that word for a doll. So is that like a brand? Is that a type of doll? It says, I recently bought a guinea or Ginny doll and want to make clothes to fit. Does anyone have any patterns to fit Ginny? I've crocheted for many years, but since I didn't have an 8-inch doll, I didn't save the patterns when I saw them. I'll pay postage. You could also email me the patterns. Does anyone know of website for Guinea? So she's from Kansas. I'm going to show you guys the way that's spelled. And the reason I want to know what the doll is, 1, but 2, how you pronounce it. I'm covering up addresses, so I'm not showing anything. See the right there? The reason I want to know is because my boss and I were kind of talking one day, and I always type the word G's. I'm like, oh geez, you know what I mean? So, but when I spell it, I mean like jeans, Jeans. So G's, Jeez, E or no E, whatever. But my boss says no, it's Geeze or no E, and I'm like, but that would be geese. G's, jeans. So I'm interested for your guys' response to that, because that bugs me. Anywho, so let's go on. I'm not going to go through every single one of these, but this one's caught my attention. It starts off with, I'm a stay-at-home mom who's been crocheting and collecting patterns for 23 years. It's in my blood. During a recent move, our old garage was broken into. Nothing was stolen, but they damaged property by soaking everything with a hose. What the? Why would you do that? I mean, I can understand someone breaking into a garage because they want to steal stuff, but why would you break into the garage and just soak everything with a water hose? What an a-holes. I hope they stub their freaking toe really bad and it like cracks the toenail right down the center. Jerks. Sorry. Alright, my pattern collection sustained some damage. A lot was out of print, so would be difficult to replace. I'm looking for very simple Tunisian crochet patterns because I'm just beginning in this technique. Also looking for children Afghans, ages 3 to teenage, stuffed animals and toys, and wedding patterns. I would be most grateful. From Tennessee. That just, ugh, what a, no reason for it. You know what I mean? Like, what, the person that did it, like, if somebody's gonna break into a garage, that person's main goal to do that would be to get something, right? You know, not justifying that, but that would be their purpose. What would be the purpose? Like, what would the person doing the damage get from soaking everything in the garage with water? Anywho, they have a little section I don't know if I've ever seen before, but it's international letters, which if I have, I don't remember. And one's from Canada, Queensland, Australia, and Canada. Sorry, I got sidetracked. Alright, so I'm a grandmother of 4 and a new subscriber to Crochet World. I am just learning to crochet and would like to receive doll clothes patterns, especially for the adopted kid dolls. Okay, so I think I know what this is. I think I've actually shown that before. I think. I'm pretty sure one of the magazines that I've done showed that. and the 11-inch fashion dolls. I am on a limited income, but will pay postage. From Canada. So the next one, I only discovered Crochet World with the June 2000 issue. I would love old issues if anyone has some they no longer need. Will pay postage. That's from Australia. And the last one, I'm looking for extraordinary Christmas tree ornaments and any good selling craft items. I have quite a few ornaments, but you can never have enough. From Canada. Okay, so that was all of the potpourri. Okay, so here's... I hope that wasn't rude of me that I was laughing like that, but the guy's expression just... I was just flipping to see if the pattern or the definition of potpourri was on the other page, and all I saw was like, bam! Like, what? But this is the man's vest. Oh, I so hope YouTube picks this as a thumbnail. I'm gonna sit here for a minute. Please pick that. Okay, so 7 buttons and a ribbed waistband make this vest as fashionably today as it was in 1988. So you can see that is very pretty. And you can see the waistband. That is a cool vest though. Okay, moving on. Aww. This is really, really cute. So I have seen these bears like all over the place, but look at the little dresses for them. So like at a lot of resale shops or thrift stores or antique stores, I've seen these different kind of bears. But those are really cute. There's not a pattern, it's just an ad to sell them. And I really like that. And then there's an ad for an upcoming Crochet World. And I see something that I like, and I wonder if I have that issue. I like that dress. What? I can't. April? Man, I can't tell what day that is, what month that is. I wonder if I have that one. Alright, so we have a prairie star. The star inside this wonderful doily has an Amish hex sign quality to it. Huh? Yeah, there are a lot. What is happening? Ah! Sorry about that. I had like the focus got locked on or something. But what I was saying was a lot of this episode I am just like, what? What does that mean, huh? But this is the star that they're talking about, the doily. And what I'm thinking of, what they mean by that is the, you know, like the quilt block they put up on, and not, I don't mean like just Amish, but people put on like their barns and stuff. Other than that, I have no idea what they're talking about. Okay, so there's a bunch of pages of patterns to flip through, but look at the doilies they have on here. I like both of these. So that is super pretty. And so is that. I'm pretty sure that is flat. Yeah, it's flat on the table, but it looks like it's raised. I think. That is interesting. And then we have a pattern for classic Afghan, which it looks like popcorn. Yep, popcorn stitches. So there's that. I like how it's the design is running up and not this way. It's running vertical and not horizontal. I should have said. Oh, it's a... No way. It's a Cupid doll pattern. Which I have like a bunch of them. These little Cupid dolls, look. Trying to use the paper to cover the pattern. But look. How cool is that? So can you see? That is so cute. I wish I had a basket like that. I love it. I might make this. All right, so this is Patches the Clown. Try to hold it right there so you can't see the pattern. He's cute. I have a hobo style clown that I made. He actually looks quite similar. You know, the color's different, but he has a hat and then a big old long nose. He's stuffed, like I have him shoved into a thing so I can't get him out, but I can, I just don't want to. This instantly makes me think this would be perfect decor. What I'm looking at right now would be perfect decor to match a kitchen that had, which I don't know why you would have this in the kitchen, but to match like when people decorate their kitchen in apples. Look at that. How cool is that? I love that. And you know what? You could change that to yellow and make it lemons. All you'd have to do, leave off that stem, and then that shape is a perfect lemon. That is really cool. That's a great idea. I guess I can put my Cupid doll up. I love these things. Usually, if you get lucky, you can find these at antique stores if they're not way overpriced. And then when you squeeze them, they squeak. But the only one that I have that squeaked, quit squeaking. So this is a Fiesta shell and bauble afghan. What is that yarn? Worsted weight yarn in white? What? Oh, this is Red Heart Fiesta. At least that's what the pattern says. I don't know. But it's very pretty. Simple stitch pattern. What? Dragon Bank? This is a bit weird. It looks like a frog. I don't see a dragon at all. But that's interesting. I wonder what is in that. Close up of mouth opening. Even boy magicians would be proud to hoard their gold in this delightful bank. "16-ounce plastic frosting container with lid." Ah, that's awesome. And they just made a piggy bank around it. Oh, I'm confused with the picture. So like it looks like it's on rocks and there's money in front of it, but what is that? So like that's the tail, right? And then there's bells at the bottom of the tail. Here's its feet. Here's the rocks. But what's that? I'm not... I don't know. Anyway, I'm getting picky and being mean and I shouldn't. And here is this adorable little girl. Look at her in that sweater. She has got the cheeks that you just want to grab. I'd kiss her and love her and squeeze her and put her in my pocket. Here's a sweater size for little girls, but with big girl styling in bright eye-catching color. Just looking at the stitches. That is really cute. I like that. And it looks like it's got a collar, or maybe you work in the back loop and then you work the collar around in the back loop, or the front loop. Very cute. Oh wow, and here's a tote. Plastic canvas yarn. Plastic canvas yarn. No idea what that is. See, a lot of this is gonna be the, like the, you guys, what is the name of the show with Tim Allen and his friend, his neighbor? You only see him like this. You only ever, well, there's the toad I was gonna show you. You only see the neighbor like this. And he's got the show Tool Time. What is the name of that show? Anyway, I feel like I should name that episode after this episode after that show, because that's all I've done is what? Huh? Like, you know how he does at the beginning of that show. I don't know. Anyway, so here's the tote. I'm gonna have to Google what canvas yarn is, because I have never heard of I think of macrame cable. But no, that wouldn't be it. Or jute. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into that. Canvas yarn. This very strong and sturdy bag is made from plastic canvas yarn to hold heavy objects. So you guys wouldn't know this because I don't show the pattern, but a lot of time on like the pattern pages, at the bottom, after it goes through the size and the materials and the gauge, right underneath it in like a parenthesis, in italics, it'll say what yarn they used. Like the other one said Fiesta, this one just says Red Heart, Aran, or no, classic yarn. But this one doesn't say that in the pattern. Dang it. So then that's it. This, oh my gosh, it's 53 minutes so far. So yeah, I think we're only going to do one today, guys. Holy cow, I didn't know it was going to take that long. That was a good one. Alright guys, I'm going to get out of here. Leave me a comment, subscribe if you haven't, hit that thumbs up, and yeah, just try to answer any of the 15 questions I've asked while I made this video. Alright guys, I'm going to get out of here. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.